Now, I feel like I might have said this story before, but I used to live in a little town called Moscow, Idaho, and they had this beautiful food co-op. Anyway, if you've seen this twice, let me know. I'm tired of that thing dangling in front of my head. Um, and they wanted to grow. And this is another example of people's generosity. And so Moscow, Idaho is a little town, a college town in northern Idaho. It's a very beautiful place and nice people and very into organic food and all that. And then there was another little college town called Pullman, Washington, that was across this river between the states of Idaho and Washington. The total adult population of these two cities was like 20,000 people, so not a lot of people. But if you've been following what I've been saying, in pretty much any population of people who are, have jobs, the number of millionaires is about 1 in 10. So out of 20,000, that's 2,000 millionaires. That's a lot of millionaires in a little tiny town like that. I knew some of them because everybody, we all knew each other. But they had the bigger houses, better design, whatever. And so the food co-op wanted to expand, and there was an old Safeway store, and they decided that they wanted to somehow buy it. And a food co-op I still don't quite understand how co-ops are structured in terms of ownership. It's just, I haven't had enough need to really get it. But, banks generally don't want to loan to those kind of entities. So they just sent out a letter to their members, an email by then, and they were offering a loan, a 1% interest loan. And back then, the interest rate for a normal investment, most people were trying to get about 5% just to keep the spending power of their money alive. But the drive the desire for people to invest in stuff that they really love is really strong. So if you create a nice story that people can fall in love with, that makes up for a lot of points. Like, you don't need to keep telling people they're going to get rich. Most people just give you the money. Maybe not for their whole investment portfolio, but the amount of money you need to start and structure these things is so little. And then by then you can get educated and understand how to handle larger amounts of money with integrity and, just not squander all of it. So they raised that, they needed $1 million. They raised that $1 million in a week in this little tiny town, 1% interest. There was, as far as I can tell, there was no security backing the note. If the thing failed, everyone was going to lose all their money. So high risk, low return, exactly the opposite of what you want. Like, what you really want if you're an investor is low risk, high return. But because the value proposition was so strong, people were just, sign me up as fast as you can. And the thing closed. Not everyone who wanted to invest could get in, which is funny, right? That people would be clamoring to invest in a 1% unsecured note that was around 2006, I guess. So, this is a kind of a parable about this. Now, the thing is, in the fields that I'm looking at, you don't need to compromise on returns. Actually, when we're talking about transforming multi-trillion-dollar industries and opportunities, there's huge opportunities for growth. It may not look like, NVIDIA or something like that, but you can, people who do what I'm saying will make a lot of money. If you're an entrepreneur or you run a family office and you want to have a really powerful, well-paying business that creates lots of profits for its investors, let's design that together. And low risk, right? This is the secret of all wealthy people. Low risk, high return. What does that mean? I've said the word before, but I'll keep, drilling on this. Asymmetric opportunities. So low risk means if it fails, you lose a little, but if it succeeds, you make a lot. That's asymmetric returns. That's low risk, high returns. There's, a few ways we could articulate it, but those opportunities are so available if you care about livable cities, if you care about ecology, if you care about, transforming the way, people's health and getting them healthy. Let me show you, be a part of it. Like, go and get your, go and, I want you to be wealthy. I don't, I'm sick and tired of seeing the do-gooders be the underdogs. There's no reason. There's so much money out there aligned with these ideas. And you just need to know how to go get it and how to manage it. Thanks for listening.